Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can, and I continue with The Outer Worlds Blind.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. These footprints match the shoes previously analyzed in the Grand Ballroom. There is a 110% chance with a 10% margin of error that they were left by Ruth Bellamy, the actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Examine the footprint depth and spacing. The spacing is short and imprint in the dirt deep, as if determined. It would appear Helen was in a hurry. And there are definitely Helen's footprints.
You make it dirty, Sam cleans it up.
No. How about don't do that? The orchard, purpleberry puzzle hedges, the conservatory, the storage warehouse, the hive, the purple nut hut, the Grand Colonial.
Such lovely weather calls for a harvest, I do believe. Well, sweet hello there, valued visitor. I am sure sorry to break it to you, but our orchards are closed to all officially guided tours at this precise moment in time.
I don't mean to alarm you, but I'm pretty sure that grin is permanent.
Why, thank you! Rizzo's encourages all workers to put on a happy face when engaging with valued customers. Rizzo's does beseech you to please purchase one of our self-guided options if you're wishing to join one of our rejuvenative, relaxing, reformatory tours. Now with a Puzzle Hedges trademark maze hunt and special edition taste testing for an extra 35 bits a ticket.
I must say, they do. They did sell the unsettlingness of their grins pretty well. Like, it's clear that's not a natural smile. I think they did it pretty well in that regard. Are you okay? You seem excessively happy.
Why, you say that as if it's a bad thing. I am quite overcome with happiness, indeed. You won't find a Rizzo's worker in all of Eridanos who isn't 100% thrilled in their day-to-day existence. It's part of our brand manifesto.
What do you mean?
Happy workers lead to happy customers. Happy customers are repeat customers. And repeat customers make the charts look better on our weekly profit reports. So if nothing else, it's my responsibility at all times to smile, smile, smile. And you know what never fails to bring a smile to my face? The breathtaking tours we offer throughout the orchards. Seasonally available for purchase in the Nut Hut.
I got the ticket already, but tell me more about the orchards.
An excellent decision you most certainly won't have cause to regret. Now, presently, you're standing smack dab in the pride and joy of Rizzo's nearly natural product development sector. We call this fecund landscape the Purpleberry Orchards, since that's our main crop. But we also sow and grow mock apples, nanners, pea-free nuts, tarmac, and more. Of course, tours of any excess level must be suspended during a scheduled pollinization cycle. Our waspitos are quite territorial and have been known to sting both workers and visitors alike.
Pollinization? Waspitos, huh?
Pollinization by killer waspitos, indeedy. It's cutting-edge Rizzo's technology. But don't you worry, valued visitor. Our pollinization cycles only run when the orchards are empty, for safety reasons. When a pollinization cycle finishes or is aborted, all waspitos are biologically programmed to return to the hive, their holding pen. Of course, the very last thing Rizzo's would want is a beloved tourist bumbling into the hive and triggering an unscheduled cycle. So you'd best steer clear of it for safety. You'll know the hive by its big, glimmering electric fencing.
Are you the groundskeeper?
Yes, indeedy. I've got the wondrous honor of having just been promoted. Before my morning clock-in last Sunday, I was but a lowly nanner peeler picker on the line shift. Now I'm responsible for growing every twig and berry on this vast swath of fertile land.
And you don't find it suspicious that the last groundskeeper went missing unexpectedly?
Heaven sweet, no. It's not like he was murdered. He simply disappeared without a trace and hasn't been heard from since. And the groundkeeper before that one? Well, she wasn't missing at all. Her body was found near hive control, covered head to toe in thousands of welts. No mystery, and certainly no murder with what happened there. I mean, you can't exactly hold some mosquitoes on trial. Accidents do happen on the job.
Wait, no, we are not glossing over this missing groundskeeper. No one knows what happened to him?
Can't speak for others, but I most assuredly don't. I reckon you could talk to my supervisor, the overseeing orchardist. He would know more. I used to ask questions, but gee, I just don't feel the urge to anymore. Gosh and goody gumdrops, but I could talk about the orchards till my lips fell off. Instead, let's talk about whatever interests you, because that's what interests me, too.
Do you know if Halcyon Helen came through here?
Ah, you mean that lovely actor who got herself dead? Damn shame what happened to her. She did come by, but not during any official tour time. I thought she'd hired a private tour at first, but it was Dr. Blossom who was showing her the way to the RR&DD Labs. Can't imagine why she'd need to meet with our head researcher on the Spectrum product line outside of her lab hours. Unless, of course, it had to do with the new product unveiling.
Helen was the spokeswoman for the Spectrum's Brown ad campaign.
That's right. She was. She sure made for some lovely adverts. Maybe it might have involved an issue with the launch batch then? I can't rightly say. All I know is one of our certified tour guides could have given her a much more comprehensive tour of the grounds were that her interest.
Seen any murder weapons laying around? Bottle of poison, smoking laser pistol, bloodied force blunt object?
Can't say that I have. We use bad batches of liquor for our pesticides. Only the exterminator mechanicals are armed around here. And I haven't seen any bloody objects aside from the usual pair of gardening shears. Unless, that is, Miss Helen was also stung to death by pollinization mosquitoes? She wasn't, was she? That would be a mighty wretched way to go. Of course.
I am on an investigation.
What kind of investigation? You wouldn't happen to be from the health inspection office, would you?
I didn't know Halcyon had those.
For sure there is. The Health and Safety Bureau is board-run and certified. So in Eridanos, all inspectors effectively work for Rizzo's. Well, and other representative member corporations of the board. It turns out, the other board corps get a hearty chuckle out of harassing Rizzo's with regular safety checks. It's really not fair if you think about it. Just because we own less shares on the board than the others doesn't mean we should have to deal with health and safety inspections when the others don't.
Well, guess it's your lucky day. I'm not exactly a health inspector.
Oh, goody. It seems I was unduly worried that something must have fallen through regarding our monthly bribe to Slug.
I'm just looking for Halcyon Helen's killer.
Grisly stuff, that. I heard the poor gal got her brain pan bashed in. Not that she probably had much rattling around there to start with, if you know what I mean.
Elaborate on that.
Someone hit her in the head, real hard. Then she died. Can't imagine who might have had the hitting power to crack a skull. Well, aside from one of our tossball hackers, I guess. But no Rizzo's employee would commit such an atrocity. We're far too content with life for that. Won't find an unhappy Rizzo's employee in all of Eridanos. No diddly-dee-dum, you won't. I do hope this pleasant conversation has made me useful to you. Rizzo's likes it when we're useful to customers, and I like anything Rizzo's likes. I can't stop you from poking around, but do be mindful of our pollinization hive. Mosquitoes tend towards aggressive at the best of times. There's a reason why we keep him behind an electric fence, you know.
Caution, pollination swarms in the area. Unauthorized personnel may be killed at their own expense. Good to know about the expense part.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've
Did I
discovered
hear
more
something?
footprints.
Maybe I can't hear you laughing!
That's dirty! Clean up the competition!
Okay, that's certainly pretty unsettling. Overall, you know, the fact that the corporation is implanting all of its workers with some strange alien parasite
Detected nearby.
and mind controls them.
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints.
Stand in awe before our huge Rizzo's Hothouse Conservatory trademark. This building hosts almost as many plant breeds as we have delicious products. Almost. Are you wondering about that omnipresent warm and fragrant mist? That's just our all-natural fertilizing spray, made of pureed Sissy Pig waste products. From nature, back to nature. Our spray is part of the cycle of life. Note, Rizzo's discourages inhalation of its safe and natural liquid fertilizer. In case of accidental inhalation, please record any unusual effects and give that record to the nearest Rizzo's employee as quickly as possible. Remember, you are part of the Rizzo's family. Be kind to your family.
Timeline. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased.
Hey, what are you doing in here? Are you authorized to be in the conservatory? Are you trying to give me a heart attack? Are you my ex-wife? No, she fell off the side of Eridanos under mysterious circumstances 6 years ago, conveniently rendering our marriage contract null. You must be the new, groundskeeper? That can't be it either, seeing how the new one hasn't died yet. Just who are you?
That's a hard question to answer. Who am I really? Who are any of us?
Merciful law, that sounds like a lot of philosophism, which is highly outlawed throughout Halcyon. But I won't report you, considering how heavily armed you are. Bleeding hell. Standing up like this makes a body forget how stiff he gets, bent over plants all day. Oh, seems I'm not as young as I feel.
Did Halcyon Helen came through here?
Indeed. Tromped in and out of the conservatory with no heed for anyone else. Good thing none of my charges were damaged. Starlet or not, I would have had a harsh word for her. I heard she pushed her way into a tour of the RR&DD Labs not soon after. She's just a serial actress. Yet she acts like she's deserved of the same access as a co-CEO. Well, she's not going anywhere ever again. Which is a shame, of course. Taken too soon and all.
You're a botanist, right? What do you do for Rizzo?
I sit inside and I look at plants. Goal is usually to make Rizzo's fruit products hardier and sweeter, but for every success, there are a couple of hundred failures. Example, tried breeding native triticale with a foreign strain. Would have called it hexticale. In the end, it bred so fast, workers were swallowed up before they could harvest it. That one, I think, can be attributed to the waspitos. Some lament their irritability, but their productivity is unmatched. What's a few dead workers in the architect's designs?
Mosquitoes are angry flying bugs, right?
You say angry. I say efficient. Not only can our waspitos defend themselves, but Rizzo's investments as well. They come through the orchards only during pollination cycles, as dictated by our hive control operators, which means that visitors usually aren't on the receiving ends of their stingers.
If those things are so dangerous, why are they pollinizing the orchards?
Waspitos only pose a danger to enemies of Rizzo's and the occasional clumsy worker. Those risks are well worth it when you consider their value as a self-protecting investment. Besides, they aren't as dangerous as they seem, unless you're caught outside during a pollination cycle. Then you'll probably get stung to death. Even then, the Hive Control Emergency Recall System ensures that only a handful of workers will die in the event of a breach. Rizzo's has just about thought of it all.
Congratulations, Inspector. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
So you're telling me she went inside? What's that?
money. Turn that frown upside down.
Ah, so wait, I just connected the dots. I know why the guard was so happy. Because he was possessed by the same kind of parasite that they all are, which is probably a part or a part of the life cycle of this. I imagine. Oh, Felix is dead. And that sure is a problem for me, to be honest. I'll try something those primals. That's a picnic. That is right there. So I think I have to go to get there. No, it's not optimal. No, but I would like to say, nowhere to go now, and I have cleared the first one from my window.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Orchard sowing and reaping facility. Office of the keeper of the grounds. Recall exterminator automax. Produce productivity report. Yields are up by 0.003%. The new fertilizer import from Edgewater is working wonders. The orchard last user Summers Anna, occupation intern, activity exterminator, act automechanical target setting reset success, recording. Finally, you darn thing. Now, how do I exterminated automechanical target priority? Sprats failed. Invalid parameter. Come on now, work here with me. Exterminator automechanical target priority primals failed. Invalid parameter. Expletive detected. Deleted this thing. I'll figure it out later. No target priority set in 10 minutes. Auto defaulting to all. Yeah, that's a better option of doing that, because I don't have to fight them. Which, given how strong the enemies are here, that's a plus. Please note that searching for archive files will subtract 5 bits from the current user's wages. Press abort as soon as you read the prior sentence to cancel the search. 2 bits deducted. I always dreamed of living on Eridanos, but the science types always said it was impossible. The gravity... the gravity will crush your bones. There's no breathable atmosphere, blah blah blah. Well, that's why I got this new groundskeeper position, and they are stuck on Terra too. When the execs are looking to promote somebody, they don't look at the doubters. Almost forgot the best part. The whole place is automated. Not only do I get a promotion, I also get to work less. All I need to do is to make my way to the hive every so often to set the pollination cycles. Aside from that, it's just keeping the local sprouts from eating all the purple berries. Things are looking damn fine for Sandra Cullen. Well, Sandra bit the big one. Company policy says, due to our marriage contract, I've got to take her position now. Something about discouraging workers from dying on the job, so here I am. Seeing her body once they got the mosquitoes to stop stinging it ain't been great for my entomophobia. Thinking maybe I'd grab a few spectrums and find somewhere to hole up until the exact things I have left or died or something. Thought about the purpleberry puzzle hedges, but I've seen a lot of people go in and not a lot of people come out. No clue what might be lurking in there. I wish I stayed on Terra too. A strange day today. Left the shack only to find a fellow I've never seen before standing out front, had his hands deep in his pockets, and was looking at me with an odd, hungry expression. He said he either was a slug or worked for one, which caused me no small amount of confusion. Didn't have time to ask for clarification because he immediately started asking me for donations to keep the orchard running. First time I ever seen a conman try to convince a shopkeep that he's actually the one minding the store. Hardly needs saying that, but I took my claw rake and chased him off. Here's hoping I don't hear from that loon again.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Someone else! Commencing. Blood pool detected.
Did I manage to kill any of them? I don't think so. And the problem is, I don't think I'm killing any of them. Okay, that's at least one of them. So it is progress. I have a lot of those health inhalers, so I don't really have to. I want to heal my companions so that they don't die.
Is an organic in restaurant. Error. Owner not found.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
RDD Labs Security Access Card. This keycard is for the Research and Development District Labs. If you're reading this warning anywhere other than the RDD Labs, please return it to the RR&DD Labs for only a moderate extreme paid reduction and a mild reduction of working fingers. At this point, why would you? Okay. The hive. Is the hive somewhere I need to go? Yes, but this is not it. The hive is over there. This is something else, I guess. Orchards worker.
Administrator Ludovico can seem intimidating, but he's a decent fellow. I know he cares.
Groundskeeper's shack. Now, where would the RDD Labs be? Apparently pretty close.
I don't know if you're keeping count, but I'm pretty sure every lab in this colony's got some horrible experiment going on. And yeah, I'm counting Doc Wells too.
Okay, did this autosave? I think it did.
Hello? I can hear you out there. If you still possess the majority of your mental capacities, please locate the test room through the lobby and to the left. You'll see me through the glass.
Recent appointments: Ruth Bellamy, lab tour, Administrator Ludovico, product presentation. Hello, I'm sorry I haven't had the chance to get your name yet and update the terminal. When you have a moment, could you bring up the mop to the lobby? Dr. Blossom seems to have a rather rough night and spilled some coffee on the floor. Thank you. From L. Blossom. What in Architect's blue blazes is going on? What in the blessed corporate law is all of that commotion down there? I don't believe the rocket fuel combination distillery mixture was scheduled for another week. Could someone please inform me as to what the racket is about? You better have a good damn reason for interrupting my meeting with the administrator. I expect a full explanation and apology within the next 15 minutes or people are going to start losing jobs.
Another corporate lab, another dead lab coat.
Rizzo's first product. Before Rizzo was the confectionery juggernaut you know and love today, it was an above-average chemical waste management corporation. On an otherwise unremarkable day, an employee on the slurry steering shift leaned a little too far over a chemical vat, dropping a single purple berry that had been hidden in his jacket pocket. Instead of being immediately fired for this hazardous incompetence, the employee was given an ultimatum by his supervisor: retrieve the fallen fruit and stay employed. The employee jumped into the vat, swam for the purple berry, and accidentally swallowed it. The rest is history. After he was pulled from the toxic waters, the stirrer stated that the chemical-coated purple berry hadn't been half bad before falling into a toxic coma, giving his supervisor the idea to sterilize and adjust the chemical mixture for human consumption. Soon the sour sweet-coated purple berries were more or less edible, becoming Rizzo's first marketed product, the Purple Berry Bunch. Hmm. 66 armor. I probably should be wearing it.
How in the aether did you get in here? You're not a Rizzo's authorized. Oh, void it all. What does it even matter now? What do you want? Speak up and quickly if you will.
I'm investigating Halcyon Helen's murder. Was she here recently?
You do know that Halcyon Helen is a fictional character portrayed by the late actress, Ruth Bellamy, yes? One can't be too sure with so many simpletons around in the day-to-day. Regardless, I am not at liberty to divulge such information with non-employees or personnel lacking security clearance level Spectrum Orange. Of course, if you were to say, contract your services to me, I suppose I could grant you clearance enough to answer your murder-related questions, Mr. Inspector. You see, I've found myself in a bit of a pickle. Some of my lab techs have turned rather aggressive following a recent experiment gone awry. Hence why I've barricaded myself in the lab.
There isn't anything you can do to help?
Yes. I suppose I should make myself useful. Let me think. Ah, I know. I can remotely unlock the supply closets in the lower levels of the lab. Perhaps you'll find some useful apparatus or two in them.
What goes on in those labs that would turn your researchers against you?
Oh no. They're quite unaware of their actions, I'm afraid. We're a research and development branch of Rizzo's, focused primarily on the Spectrum vodka line. But the specific research that goes on in this facility is utterly confidential. You understand?
Come on, your secret's safe with me.
Call me a skeptic, but no, I don't believe it would be. Loose lips sink new product ships, you know? Happily, of course.
I'll take care of your problem, but you'll need to answer some questions afterward.
Excellent. You have my gratitude, and soon you'll have my knowledge of Miss Bellamy's recent visit as well. Now, if you'd rather not kill my lab techs during this cleanup, I believe you can dispense a sedative gas from a terminal in the utility room.
All types of defilement must be vaporized with extreme prejudice.
The door to the lower labs is sealed for our safety, so you'll need to take the elevator down. I'll unseal the access hallway for you now. Do take care.
I am actually very much interested in not killing anyone. So there's supposed to be a dispenser. Hello everyone, this is your friendly custodial staff offering a preemptive apology if the elevator hall is crowded with the gas canisters. There are quite a few of them and only one of me, so I'm moving them in loads down to the utility room. Do be cautious, they are filled with a sedative potent enough to put a hungry mama raptidon out cold. Thank you for your understanding. Employee Notifications Terminal. Dear esteemed colleagues, my team and I are heading to the Grand Colonial's bar this evening for some drinking and fellowship. All real scientists are welcome to join us. You know, the ones that produce quantifiable data and theorems and don't spend their time jabbering on how this lightning on that bottle will increase customer sentiment. Cheers from someone who understands that market researchers aren't real scientists. Team, as we continue our newfound research in the product development, I am increasing the required safety gear for lab workers involved. As some of you know, a few recent accidents involving subjects have left workers maimed, scarred, and one worker had their left hand permanently discolored to a shade of lime green. Rizzo's R&D District Labs is expected to continuously produce revolutionary advancements in the food and beverage industry. These measures will help us further in pursuit of that mission. Yeah, but where's the dispenser for that? Where's the dispenser that would allow me to not kill people?
I suppose that is opportune. Have the more overwrought of my researchers been dealt with, then?
Didn't see any hostiles on the way here from the entry door. You could make a run for it.
And lose my life's work? You want me to just burn my lab and my entire future to the ground over one experiment that's gotten rather out of hand? No, I think not. We merely need to clean up the mess, so to speak. Reset the lab back to functional parameters.
Need a cleaner? Call Sam. Our units are the best in the biz.
Staff can be replaced, you know. Research data? Now that's invaluable. Oh, we're a research and development. As if I could go anywhere. What a barrel of laughs you are.
Still don't know where the dispenser is. I might go downstairs, but what I'm worried is going to happen is I'm going to get immediately attacked, and then I'll have to kill someone. A sulfur-soaked top hat. This top hat once belonged to Captain Phazon of Byzantium, last seen on Terror on Monarch, standing too close to the edge of a sulfur pit. This pungent accessory should serve as a reminder of the many terrible dangers found on Monarch, and as a further example of why no self-respecting Halcyonite should ever visit it. Like, I think it should be somewhere around here before I enter the area with the hostiles. She directed you to a terminal in the utility room that could disperse the sedative gas to knock them out if you're inclined to spare their lives. So maybe... Okay, so it's actually disperse a gas, so it might be downstairs, and I meant to sneak past them, basically, into a certain room that will hold a way to incapacitate them.
Entering quiet mode.
guessing they film all their advertisements here. You know, if this whole place came crashing down, it would make the colony a better place.
Lab notes. Trial K8 has produced moderate results. The zero-calorie sweetener produces a 36% the amount of dopamine compared to the popular cigarette brands. It is possible that this is as far as we can go without introducing substances that would categorize this as a tobacco product, and we're already towing the line as it is. I'm interested in a trial in a large set of subjects. However, our lab's resources are getting cut thanks to the new lab that's begun across the hall. Maybe we can offer it to our colleagues in the marketing department, show them a thing or two about proper science. Dr. Blossom, I apologize, but I wouldn't be doing the team justice if I didn't question the budget cuts that this lab has seen. We had to shelve 3 projects and we are losing 2 more researchers? Honestly, whatever is being developed in the lab across the hall better be more addictive than adrenal time. I apologize for our team's outburst at product presentation. I assure you we didn't intentionally mean to scream in terror and assume fetal position when Spectrum Brown and its slogan were unveiled. It has to be something the marketing lab did. For law's sake, they aren't even real scientists. I am sending this message to both teams in marketing and product labs. I do not know the extent of your squabbles, but they end here. If it weren't for the incredible projections of Spectrum Brown shows, you'd be all out of work after that embarrassment at the presentation. I expect more from both departments. What in the blessed corporate law is going down there? Okay, I read that from the other end.
Look at all that radio. That's something out of my nightmares.
And dispense the sedative gas. New employee orientation. Welcome, insert name. We are happy to have you as new mechanic custodian at insert location. It is your responsibility to ensure your location of employment is tidy and works like a charm. Your duties include, but are not limited to, cleaning all of the surfaces, regular maintenance of all machinery, restocking employee break areas, maintenance of all electronic systems, keeping inventory of location operational item reserves, voluntary assistance for the lab's research as needed, maintaining thorough documentation for your possible successor. We know that sounds like a lot, but don't worry, your predecessor has kept thorough documentation for your needs that you can find on this terminal. We hope you're excited to begin this most fulfilling career, and remember, whoa, it's Rizzo's. How to janitor. Training fire corrupted. Please guess how to do your job to the best of your ability. I've gotten 17 requests from the lab workers I had to respond to, and also managed to find the time to sweep, mop, and clean the whole place. I was hoping that the employee how to document would help with some of the machines that I've never seen before in my life, but guess what? The asshole left it completely blank. I've got a request from Dr. Blossom to hook up the gas lines to some canisters that are mixed with heavy sedative for dispersal in the lower labs. Luckily, I've got enough experience cleaning all the muck that builds up in the vents to get it all done in a couple days. Still, I wonder what they need this for. I think they took the last of the Raptidons out of the lab last week. I guess the pheromone flavoring results weren't as promising as they hoped. Jackpot. Since I read that stupid orientation document, I've been hoping they'd ask me to volunteer for something, and here it is. I get to be a taste tester for the newest Spectrum flavor, heading to the lab right after I get the clog fixed in the shower. So exciting. Okay, so I think everyone should be out now, so I can just walk around and steal all of their company property or whatever. I mean, it's only fair. I am doing a job for them.
What do you think you are?
What was that? Boss, we gotta move.
I think she just got killed. And I'm not quite sure how or why.
Dr. Blossom was a horrible person, but she was gonna cooperate with you. Somebody wanted to keep her quiet.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Error file deleted was successfully downloaded to an external data cartridge. Tests involving the parasite, colloquially dubbed slugs, have produced astonishing results, even when compared against our most promising methods of producing a brain chemical dependency. The pheromone the parasite secretes produces dopamine more effectively than anything on record. Further tests show further tests will continue researching how much of the compound we can introduce to the subjects and observe the effects. Despite our less than ideal presentation to the administration, the product impressed for two reasons. As mentioned before, this product will produce a boozy feel-good stimulus like none other, but more importantly, the pheromone makeup is completely unique, which means there are no regulations surrounding its classification. The idea of a completely addictive product with zero laws surrounding it would certainly justify any means. Apologies for the late notice, but Miss Bellamy has requested a tour of the facilities while she's visiting Eridanos as Halcyon Helen. Please prepare for her arrival in the morning. Well, Liora, you did it again. At long last, you have located a bottle of Spectrum Black hidden in a crevice of a musty shelf space in the storage warehouse last night. That much closer to finally getting the Spectrum Gatling to work. And what happened? You get all the way to the water tower before running into a group of primals already diverting themselves with fruits of the fermented variety. One bad blackout later, and here you are covered in primal vomit without the Spectrum Black. Get it together. I read that.
We gotta hunt this killer down, boss. They're not gonna stop until we do.
Collect all 8 variants of Spectrum vodka. Alright. I'll be on the lookout for it, but you know. The Gatling taunts me from behind this glass cage. The infernal void damn thing refuses to work, and I know the exact cause. It's me. Why am I weird like that? Why? Whenever I try to fiddle with the internals sober, I break parts off, or connections fail to fire, or pieces stack out causing a short out of other components. So of course the solution was obvious: get at least a little blasted prior to work period, every work period. When I'm relaxed, my hands don't shake, and it's so much easier to see when things should fit, or how to bridge certain connections. The problem is, of course, that I also get artistic. Why should a weapon work on mechanicals alone? Why shouldn't you have to say, slot every single fucking kind of Spectrum vodka into the thing before it will fire for the first time? I don't even know if it's tied to the weapon internals, or if it's some kind of a lock, but it seems like it should fire and absolutely will not. I have to get one of every kind of Spectrum, including black. Can only hope the storage warehouse's shipment of the entire Spectrum of this work will have been for nothing. I have to be the dumbest genius this side of Halcyon.
Confirmation of discrepancy confirmed. This person is most definitely dead. But recently, they were still alive.
You're sure you heard gunshots earlier, yet this victim's loss of blood is oddly minimal. After much thought, you were unable to deduce any further details. Whoever Dr. Blossom confronted over the intercom, that is...
What do you think happened?
5 kills. In and out before we could catch a glimpse of the culprit. I'd expected more blood.
Affirmative, customer. There is a total spillage of 0.0591471 liters of blood to mop from the flooring in this area. Splatter classification is minimal.
The organic matter that comprises this lab worker died at a similar time and of similar circumstance as the other corpses already scanned. The organic matter that comprises this lab worker died at a similar time and of similar circumstance as the other corpses already scanned.
Not gonna... Oh, whoops. There it is. Okay. This is Dr. Blossom. Eridanium gigaseous slug research report 1. Subject, a bunch of slugs. Ugh. These things may well be Rizzo's ticket to the top of the board. But at the end of the day, they still look like my brother would if he ever stopped wearing that damn toupee. Initially found these little bastards suckling on the hairy undersides of a teacup canid. Much like my brother, who works for the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve. The backstabber. Suffice it to say that these things are parasites. The canid didn't seem to mind, but it's almost as stupid as my research staff. Good stuff. What?
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Section subject. That's fine. Yeah, I think I see a couple sacs in the worm. Might secrete enzymes or poison or something. We'll figure it out later. Starting to see doubles, so I'm going to switch to working on the Gatling. Almost got the spectrum lock done.
Body heat readings indicate that the culprit was just here, mere moments earlier in the timeline.
You gauge that this vent is probably not supposed to be gaping open, but beyond that it's difficult to tell if someone used it to enter the lab or escape from it. Seems daring either way, and fun if a little scary, like something a character in a serial adventure might do. There's a cut wire in the box. Someone wanted to cut power to something, but you're not quite sure what. Who ate my lunch? H2O.
Attention all personnel. Unscheduled pollinization cycle is about to commence. Please evacuate the orchards at this time. Releasing the mosquitoes for pollinization. Cycle is now in progress.
So definitely someone wants to kill me. But I don't know. I know how to fast travel to my ship. I'll deal with that, but later. For now, that's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.